Alright everyone, welcome to the lesson 4 out of 25, and today we're going to be talking about methods without return. Now, a method is basically this right here. Oops. This is a method. So, to make a new method, public static void. Void is where we're going to put in a variable type, but that comes later with when I speak about methods with returns. Oops. Then the name of your method. You can name a method whatever you want. Just remember to follow the Java convention naming system. So let's name it new line. And then here's where your parameters are going to go. We're not going to have any parameters in this one. All we want this this method to do is basically to make it so you don't have to type in a whole system print statement and print out a new line. So in here instead, we're gonna type out the system print ln. And basically what this does is it just skips to the next line. So let's say here, instead of doing a bunch of line skipping, ln line 1, we can just call the we can just call this method. So all we have to do for that is a new line, opening and then closing parentheses since there's no parameters, and then semicolon, and then system dot out dot print a new line 2. Also another thing, whenever you make a print or println statement, the space right here, it really doesn't matter. Same thing with methods. The space right there really doesn't matter whether you want it in there or not. I just have a personal preference for some stuff. Why don't we make a new method that this time will have a parameter? So this is public static void print string, and then what we do for parameters, you have to initialize the variable. So string input string right there. So then since this variable is already initialized, all we have to do is system.out.print ln input string, then new line, then system.out.println input string. There we go. So now, why don't we make a new string over here? You can either name it, this is the string. Alright, basically what a parameter does is it pulls something from another method. So when we go to call this method right here, like what we did in a new line, we're gonna go print string, and then we have to put something in here. We have to put a variable. So first we have to go ahead and initialize and state the variable. So we're gonna put string input string tab equal tab. This is a method test. Now it does not have to be the same variable name as what the parameter is. If I wanted to, I could put this just as string input, and it would work the same. Now in here, I just have to type in string input, make sure it matches this right here, and then compile. That's not right. What's going on here? Here's. I accidentally put it in parentheses. You don't put it in parentheses there. There we go. No syntax. Class compiled, no syntax errors. By the way, errors. There are 3 types of errors: logic error, runtime error, and a compiler error. What happened here the first time, like let me recreate it. You see how I misspelled input string right here when it's actually spelled like this? Well, when I compile it, it's going to compile and it's going to say no, this variable wasn't found right there. So it's not going to even let me run the program at all. So I have to fix that. Then there are logic errors like oops, wrong one. You want to go to void main. Like, there you go. Right there is your finished program. Logic errors are when your code is all right and it's perfect, but the way the code was told to run is not the way you want it to run. And then runtime errors are when we actually run the program, an error comes up. Usually this will come up when we do the scanner class, which is like user input, but that will come later. And that is lesson 4.